Hey, we're back. Welcome back to another video. We're here down at Jurilla Falls, about 100 metres that way. We're going to head up there shortly. Creek's flowing really nicely on the walk down, the 1.2k walk down. You can hear plenty of flow on the river, and you can see a few of the falls down here flying pretty good. Wet weather gear on, got on my cold stuff. Shimoda's got the wet weather bag on. We've got the umbrella out. It does get a bit heavy. It's sort of foggy. There's fog all the way on the drive up as well, so that was pretty cool. And it's sort of drizzly, not heavy rain, so we should be fairly good. Rightio, I'm going to hit that intro and let's go get some shots. Should be a great day. Come along. Well, here's the falls, and as you can see, it is absolutely pumping. Hopefully you can hear me. So what I'm probably going to do is head around over to this rock just here, and so I can get back over. But there's lots of with all that water gushing down, there's a lot of wind flowing, so it's no use taking the video over there. So I thought I'd set it up here and just give you a look at it, how powerful that is. It was flowing like decently last time I come after a rain, but not that big. It's pretty full on. So very, very cool. Glad I come. Good to see waterfalls that when they're flowing at their max. That's always nice. And I probably think it's probably can flow even more than this. So the walk in, even that last 100 metres, you can see all the logs on the side where the river's sort of been up even higher and flooded right down. Still some really good waterfall, and I think I'm definitely going to get some really good images out of today's. Okay, so down here at the falls, just come over to the side a little bit to have a chat. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better here. I've just got the Rode video micro on today. I didn't want to, with the wet weather, get the wireless goes wet. Right, so struggling a little bit with ISO. Have to work with that. That's thing. Dynamic range. Got beautiful white falls. It's dark rock here, so that's sort of something tricky you got to work out. Especially if you're going to incorporate a little bit of the sky as well, so that makes the little things a little bit tricky. On that last 100 metres up to the falls, I took a shot of a little plant you'll see up on a log. Hopefully it comes out nice and clear. Had to really crank the ISO. I had the 24 to 105 on. I thought that would have been a fun lens to play with. It's just a little bit too dark here in the rainforest with it this morning. Maybe once I get a little bit more light, I might be able to get that out, but at the moment I'm shooting at 15 to 35. Just mainly to get that light. With the water, 1/8 of a second is what I'm doing, and I've got a one-stop bracket on each side. Trying to keep the aperture around f8 if I can, but it's tricky with that ISO, so having to drop it down. I'm using that to drop down so my ISO doesn't go up too high. I don't really want to go past 2000. If I have to, I'll drop that aperture down a little bit. So that's sort of how I'm trying to balance it. Wet conditions, beautiful, beautiful morning. Be careful. I've got all my good gear on, my cold stuff. Keep me dry. I've got my good Dana boots on. Rocks are wet, moss is wet, slippery. Just be careful if you're coming out by yourself. You don't want to get hurt, or you don't want to damage your gear, or something even worse I don't want to mention. So just be careful. Take your time, I guess is the main thing. It's all that flow. I mean, there's a lot here, and it's easy to get caught up in it. So we want to get the shot, but we don't want to get hurt doing it. So just be aware and take your time. Beautiful morning. Let's go check out some more shots and see if we can get it. I'll take these shots off now that I've done handheld around here. No tripods as yet. I don't need it. I can still get that 1/8. I'm going to try and go without it. And it's less gear to try and stand up. There's not much room in the place to shoot. So. So I was just walking down the path and I've noticed beautiful little mushrooms. Great little composition because you can see them there. I'll try and zoom in, give you as much, probably a little bit out of focus. But you can see they're just sitting on the back of that log. And as we zoom back out, it's got that the shadow there from the log. It's a great little image all up. Had the 15 to 35 on, obviously pretty dark in there, so ISO was up around 3,000-4,000. So a little bit tricky to shoot in that regards, but a lovely little set of mushrooms in there. And if you have a look over, just over here on this branch here on the way out, all these other different types of mushrooms just covered in this old branch that had fallen down. So many mushrooms here. I think I've seen about 20 different mushrooms in the last week. Amazing to look at and amazing to see the fungi, and a good sign of the rainforest is healthy and alive. Fungi are part of that, so yeah, pretty cool. Okie doke, so back down at the river. There's a little trickle of a fall just up here to my right. We'll walk back up, get out in the middle. You see the sign as we walk past. I'll come over to see if there's anything down this way. A little bit, the light's getting through a little bit too much here. There, it's still got a little bit of mood, and that's what we're after. Just get that mood, that rainforest feel. That there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of darks in there, even if those shadows. You want a little bit of shadow to get that mood in, and that's what we're looking for. There's a beautiful waterfall. I can see it. I just got to walk through the stream and up into the guts. So I'm going to head up there into the middle, and then go and see if we can get a nice shot, and that'll finish this for the day, I reckon. This is where the good boots come in. Right, let's go get to that shot. This is why we get the good gear, and then we can walk through the water safely and get to beautiful little spots like this. So you can see obviously this little waterfall. We've got moss down here on the rocks in the foreground. We've got the log up in the background. I've even got some little ferns and stuff just down here in the foreground. So I'm going to probably be trying to work out where I can stand here somewhere, or even on that little rock to shoot, and then we can try and capture that if possible. Got some logs over here to the right. Beautiful log up here with the moss on it, and the little vine coming down, creeper vine coming down here. It's got that atmosphere, which is what we're after, you know. That's sort of more so important than having the bright light. You see the difference. You get that bright light out here where the rock is, and you sort of lose that atmosphere where you come in and it's dark in here, and straight away, just that log there, we're in the shade of the rainforest, and you've got that atmosphere sort of sitting there. So that's pretty important. Radio done and dusted for another week. Thanks for coming and watching. Hope you enjoyed me traipsing through the rivers and slipping over and falling over and all the fun stuff we do to get our shots. Get to a little location like this. Still overcast, still rain clouds. It's supposed to rain again today, so it's going to continue. Beautiful weather for me. I love it. I don't mind getting wet, as you've noticed. Circular polarizer, then this circular polarizer on the 15 to 35. That brings that saturation of the colours. The green, the rainforest, the dark, the water, and that white. 8 to the second shooting time for that water. Bracketed, so I've got a couple of 3 options, about a half a stop apart. That'll let me get that nice movement of the water, so that'll come up good. That with the greens and the blacks and the shadows, get that mood, and that's what we're after. Anyway, I will see you all next week. Thanks for stopping by. Go check out the website. I've just uploaded a heap more prints to the merch page. If you're looking at some prints there from this year's videos, 2024. So I'm starting to add a few more of those on. Thanks for your support, and I will catch you next week. Stay safe.